Okay, so here we are post-batch. I just imported these pictures. I'll go to develop and throw these first couple out. Run my Postmaster Light preset. Sync all of them, but I'm not going to do lens corrections. I'm going to do upright mode. I'm going to add them all to the quick collection. You can see right now I'm going to throw out all these exteriors. Okay. Just run a white balance. I'm going to pull the yellow out because I know this is going to be a gray wall. Actually, if I pull too much yellow, I lose this yellow. So instead, I'm just going to desaturate that wall a bit. Okay. So I'm just doing these to my eye. Some odd specular highlights there. I don't know what that's from. It's really odd. It's like light is reflecting off something. Okay, you'll notice that the order of my quick collection just changed. What the heck just happened? I don't know if I made a blunder or Lightroom will do this actually. So stay on file name, yeah. It's really odd. Sometimes you can miss 100 photos that way. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that wall is gray, so I'm going to gray white balance off of it. Drop the shadows, give it a bit of punch. Crank up the clarity so I can see the pattern in that. Looks like we might have an alignment issue here. Yeah, we do. So typically I would take these and I would realign them in Photoshop. Since the lighting is fairly even in here, I'm just going to use this picture. Put that into my quick collection and take that one out. That's the ambient light picture, and it works just fine. I just cranked up the clarity. In fact, I'm going to stick with that. Just sync exactly what I did to this one. That's no good. It's funny, the white balance is way off now. There it is. Back to the quick collection. Here's a reflection, a photographer reflection. Might be able to get rid of that right here in Lightroom. It's pretty good. Boy, it looks like we have another misalignment. Sure enough. That's unacceptable. Now they're aligned, and I'll run the master half. I'm actually going to run this other master routine, just my old one. I'm going to treat that picture better. On Postmaster Light. White balance this out here. Add some pizzazz. Not bad. Sometimes these basement pictures are better just the ambient photo. I'm using the combination here. It's really lacking contrast today. So in this enclosed area, I'm going to look at the ambient, see if that's any better. Does not appear to be. So this can be cut. This is a superior picture. And this I'll sync to this. Another misalignment. So I'm exporting these misalignments to show him. Where was that first one? Right here. And this one here. They actually see their error, they're more likely to correct it. So this can probably go just straight with the ambient. It's plenty good for a laundry. So these walls are picking up the flash. There's our ambient. Our ambient is almost better. Whew, it's close. I'm going to go with it. The sunlight is really cooking in those windows. Let's see if those are flash artifacts or what. No, that's actual sunlight coming in. Look for his reflection here. I don't see it. I'm cranking up that clarity because it's nice and clean. Clarity makes things look grungy, but if it's clean to start with, we actually want a little extra detail. Don't want to make it so blah. Looking for impact. We do the same thing. I'm going to sync all these kitchen picks. Sync them to this one. So it's very blue out here and very yellow back here, so picking somewhere in the middle. Let it all go a little yellow, that's fine. Better yellow than blue. So I'm white balancing away from this yellow. So I'm keeping an eye on that window detail. Looks like it's just trees out there. So that's enough detail. If it was a lake or something, I would check for a hard flash, which he may have. No, he doesn't. I'm also keeping an eye on these flash reflections. So we don't have it there. It's actually pretty annoying there, so I'm going to turn off the upright mode. I'm going to lessen that reflection or drop it out altogether. Just by masking. Half opacity. It's better. Knock the old one out, put the new one in. And drop my green. Oops, drop the green luminance. It's going to bring those trees in a little bit. Wow, this place is impressive. See if it's aligned. Looks like it is. Maybe. Something looks blurry. I guess not. Okay, run a white balance off the ceiling. Gently raise this illumination. It gave us a hard flash here, but I don't think we're going to need it. Let's take a look. Yeah, he did 3 of them. This. He did 3 of them. Different parts of the windows. I don't know, I might use them. Here's how you do use them. I'll use them just to show you. Could probably just use this one. Normally we would paste all 3 together. I think just that one will work. It's going to be a gentle shift. So we run hard flash mask. We bring in the trees. Yeah, it's nicer. It's a lot nicer, actually. Gives it some color. Okay, knock the old one out. Turn the straightening back on. I'm going to give the whole thing a little color. Sharpness. Now turn that sharpness off. Looks nice. Too bright. Not enough color. Now we're talking. A white balance. I don't think that ceiling is white. Okay, I've messed up my white balance. Just beautiful. Looks like I have enough detail out these windows, so I'm not doing anything with them. Just beautiful. These nice homes you can add clarity to. Goodness. Looks like we're almost flaring our lens here. Yeah, it looks too drab. It's because this is so dark. I'll brighten all this up. And punch it with some saturation. Now take it into Photoshop. I'm going to run the old master routine. Instead of master half, I ran master step 1. I sometimes prefer that. It gives less flash response. So that's better than that. See how it's kind of monotone and blah. This has more punch. Gently lower the exposure in the front. That's daylight coming in. Now add a little clarity, contrast to give it that punch. It's good. Back to our quick collection. Contrast, get the color right. Losing the highlights. It's good. Now, he probably gave us a hard flash here, but I don't think we need it. No, he didn't. It's nice back there. Back to the bedroom. Here's where we started. So occasionally I'll add blue sky out there. If it were a great room, I would. The great room, the two-story great rooms are the most important shots. Oh, this is what happened when I got out of order. That's why it felt like we started here. So I did this one already. So here's an option for hard flash. He didn't give us one. Sometimes even when they don't give you one, you can use this. Just darken it up a bit. Because this window's pretty bad here. I would like to see out there. Just drop the highlights and exposure a little bit. Right here. Got to be really careful when you do that. You don't want to get dirty window frames. So I'm looking for his reflection, and there's the camera right there. I think I can probably get it out here in Lightroom. Kind of a nondescript area. Probably that'll do it. Can't really tell what it is anymore. I'm going to try to bring in this stained glass pattern. It's hard to recover. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to turn the upright off. There we go. Can't find anything white. We're about right back to where we were. Pretty good. Man, this house is extravagant. Keeping a little bit of punch here, dropping those shadows. Don't want to get too washed out. Turn the upright mode off. Crank up that contrast. Pull some of that magenta out. Here's another window we could probably use. Did give it, yeah, let's see, we got some blue out there. I'm going to let it go. Might want to desat that blue just a little bit. In fact, you see it already is desaturated in the preset. Looks really foggy. Low con. Not sure why. How are we doing? Just a couple more here. We're cranking that contrast. A little bit of vibrance here to show off this color. I like this and this out the window. Capture those highlights. Check for purple. Magenta. Sometimes these carpets will pick up some odd purple or magenta. You want it to be bright without being washed out. It's difficult to do. Misaligned. Export it to show him. I bet we can just take the ambient. Well, maybe not. That actually gives us some things we need. I need to crop it since we straightened it. Or since we aligned it, rather. Whoops. Gosh darn it. Okay, that really pops. It's very nice. Crisp and clean. Okay, these are exteriors. Throw them out. Okay, 3 picks left. These are from a different home. I threw these in here because they were some special situations. Real odd, hard flashes. This is a bit drab, so I'm just going to go back to the original here. Take this as well. Okay. Take the ambient, the soft flash, and the hard flash. Take them all into Photoshop. Ambient and soft flash, I'm going to run master half. But instead of flattening it, I'm going to go back to the one step here. I'll merge all these layers. Now I have my final picture over the hard flash, and I'm going to hard flash mask it. Paint that in. Beautiful. There it is. Postmaster upright. I'll let this pop a little bit over here. And here. And I'm going to cool it off a little bit. Not that much. I'm going to pop that blue sky. Whoops, it's magenta. Careful, I don't want to bring the blue into the room too much. Actually, I have to warm it up where I did. I keep that blue light out. It's looking pretty good. This one I threw in there to show you how primary colors can just go wacko sometimes. You really got to drop them. And this is the last hard flash I put in here. Before you go in, you want to get the edges nice and bright. Oops. There we go. And that one looks beautiful. And drop the exposure a little bit and turn the straightening off. Now I'll mask them. So this is too dark. I realize I made a goof. We want the exterior to be brighter than that, right about there. So this can be slightly darker. And we'll hard flash mask it. That's at a 50% brush. Just work it in slowly. Right about there, we have a big flash reflection here. So I don't want to go deeper than that. Looks nice. Knock that out of the quick collection and we're done. Wait, knock this out. Now we're done.